Chapter 24. Naomi glares at Star while she counts. 80, 88, 89, 90. Nugget cracks his knuckles. I was going to do something, Maya, but Fish beat me to it. I won't look at him. I don't need any help, Nugget. I know what I'm doing. I should have. Never mind. He dashes away before my teacher reaches me. As she gets closer, Mrs. Davis's mouth opens, but nothing comes out. Star and I are the only two students left, besides Naomi, squirming on the floor like a worm on a fishing hook. Probably wondering how I managed. Wait, what? No, that's not right. Sorry. Finally, Mrs. Davis's voice comes in. Maya, are you responsible for this? I grin. Roped her in less than 5 seconds. Got her on the first try, too. Mrs. Davis stares at me. There's only one more thing I want to do. I'm sure Naomi will want a picture for her I'm sure Naomi will want a picture for her portfolio. Can we take one before I untie her? We can use her cell phone. She keeps it in her purse. From the look on our teacher's face, we're not going to take a picture. Let me turn on the light because you can't really. Okay. From the look on our teacher's face, we're not going to take a picture. As soon as I finish untying Naomi, Star checks her watch. 112 seconds. Geez, Naomi, that's embarrassing. I can't wait to tell Sky. Star, get to class. Where's your sister? Asks Mrs. Davis. I don't know. She was here a minute ago. Mrs. Davis helps Naomi up. Do you want to go to see the nurse? She frowns. No, but Maya needs to get kicked out of school for what she did to me. So remember last chapter, it's been like 3 days. So the last chapter, if you remember, Naomi was going to try to ruin Connie's art room. And so Maya lassoed her, remember? And then she this is right now, Mrs. Davis walked in on it. And so Mrs. Davis is like, do you want to go to the nurse? Excuse me. She frowns. No, but Maya needs to get kicked out of school for what she did to me. Naomi storms off, yelling for Star to wait up. I look for Sky, but don't see her. I've never seen the twins apart unless one was in Mr. Winky's office. Something's wrong. Mrs. Davis folds her arms across her chest. This is not like you, Maya, she says. I look down the hall toward the art room. I was just taking up for my friend. Taking up? I was just sticking up for my friend? I was just sticking up for my friend. Mrs. Davis frowns. You take up for friends by calf roping them? I guess that means you stick up for them. I've never heard that. You take up for friends by calf roping them? For the first time, it doesn't matter what people think of me. I don't care what they say. I'm ready to let the world know. I was talking about Connie Tate. The expression on Mrs. Davis's face changes. I can tell she's surprised, but in a good way. Oh, I see. Come on, we have to go, she says. It's a long clunk to Mr. Winky's office. The first bell rings and students rush to clear the hallway. I should have more giddy up in my steps, but I don't. I'm in no hurry to see the principal. Inside the main office, there are 5 chairs against the wall outside of Mr. Winky's door. Wait here while I talk with the principal, says Mr. Davis. Yes, ma'am. Ring! Good morning, young elementary school. How can I help you? Oh, good morning, young elementary school. How can I help you? Mr. Winky's secretary is dressed like Wonder Woman. She glares at me and then at the clock. Probably wondering how I managed to get in trouble before the Pledge of Allegiance. I wish the clock would be quiet. That ticking is so loud. Tick, tick, tick. Okay, I'll let Donald's teacher know he's sick. Goodbye, says the secretary. Swish, swish, swish. Who's using the copying machine this early in the morning? It's too loud. Ring! Good morning, young elementary school. How can I help you? Tick, tick, tick. Swish, swish, swish. All the ticking and swishing and ringing and staring is making me nervous. Mrs. Davis opens the door. Okay, Maya, come in. Mr. Winky sits behind his big desk in his jungle man costume with the stuffed monkey on his shoulder. He's tapping a pen on the glass top as I walk in. I've never seen Mr. Winky in a bad mood, but I think that's what he's in right now, since he's not smiling at me or saying yes, yes, yes about something. He closes his eyes and speaks to me. Maya, Maya, Maya. I never thought you'd be in my office for bullying. Oh, no, no, no. But here you are, dressed like a superhero, yet behaving like a villain. I didn't bully anybody, Mr. Winky, I say. Mrs. Davis sits beside me. Calf roping another student definitely falls into the category of bullying, even if your intentions were good. And now, and you've now left Connie Tate without a Spirit Week partner, says Mr. Winky. He doesn't know that I've left Connie without a good Spirit Week partner for most of this week. I deserve whatever punishment I get. Mrs. Davis interrupts my thoughts. Maya, we have decided that you will spend the rest of your day in in-school detention. In-school detention? Isn't that like student jail? I need a lawyer. Mr. Winky leans over his desk. It's either in-school detention or 3 days suspension. Your choice, Maya. I'll take jail. Unfortunately, I have to call your parents, says Mrs. Davis. Please call my dad. Mom's going to burp out a baby soon. I don't want to upset her. Okay, that's fair. I'll call your father, she says. Mr. Winky speaks up. Because of your inexcusable behavior, you will not be allowed to participate in Decorate Your Cubby or Cabinet Day tomorrow. And unfortunately, you and Connie are disqualified from winning the Fall Festival VIP tickets. If Mr. Winky was looking for the one thing that would hurt me the most, he found it. Don't punish Connie. Everything was my fault, not hers, I say. Mr. Winky shrugs. The Spirit Week rules are set up to give points to a team of 2. How's she going to win points without a partner? I plead with him as I lean over his desk. But she didn't do anything wrong. He points his pen at me. You should have thought about that before you broke the rules. That's it. My legs give out. I fall back into my chair, cover my face, and cry so hard that my head hurts. Just when I didn't think I could make matters worse, I did. Mrs. Davis touches my shoulder. Come on, I'll take you to the detention room. I could clunk down the hall, sniffling and wiping my nose on the sleeve of my costume. We pass the cafeteria, the restrooms, the water fountain, and Mrs. Davis's room. I sneak a look inside. The librarian is reading a story, and everyone seems to be listening. Connie's at her desk. She's still dressed in her Queen Angelica costume. There are Sky and Star and Naomi. Mrs. Davis calls to me. Let's go, Maya. Ka-clunk, ka-clunk, ka-clunk. Mrs. Davis unlocks a door at the very end of the hall. It's dark inside and smells like air freshener. She flips on the light, and there's nothing in the room but empty desks, each one facing the wall with dividers in between them. I need those sad country and western songs I downloaded last weekend. Mrs. Davis points to a desk in the middle. Over there, Animazia. I'm no longer Animazia. Now I'm Detentionazia. Mrs. Davis crosses her arms. The rules are simple. No talking, not even to yourself. Someone will bring you your books and assignments. You will eat your lunch in here. I will come by every hour for you to use the restroom and get a quick drink from the fountain. Do you have any questions? No, ma'am. Then have a seat. Someone will bring you your homework soon. Once Mrs. Davis closes the door, the room becomes a lot bigger than it was when I first walked in. Even the quiet is loud. Even the quiet is loud. I try singing. She'll be roping all the cattle when she comes. Mrs. Davis said no talking. She didn't say anything about singing. I sing until I'm sick of the song, then glance at the clock. Only 15 minutes have gone by. I wonder what Annie Oakley or cowgirl Claire would think of me if they saw me locked up in the school jail. I'm so mad at myself that I wish I could step out of my skin and leave it here while I returned to my life 2 weeks ago. Everything was fine, perfect, awesome. I put my elbows on the desk and cry again. The door creaks. I stay still and face the wall because I don't want the office worker to see me crying. Mrs. Davis asked me to bring you your stuff. I know that voice. Connie.